Hello, all you happy people out there. Today, I wanted to talk to you about my degree. So, I started college at 18, and I was at a junior college, Los Angeles Valley College. And, things started going well, and then I got pregnant at 19. So, I started school like, I can do this, I can go through and I am woman, hear me roar. And I took a semester, and then after that, then I took a break. I couldn't go through with through that end of the pregnancy. I had to take a break. I had a C-section. Took some time to heal, so I couldn't just jump right back into going back to school and everything. So I took a break, and after my third child, I finally finished my AA at LA Mission College, which I loved. I love LA Mission College. It's funny, when I started LA Mission College, I started when it didn't have all the buildings on their campus. So it was a while, it was a long time ago. Now they have a pretty decent sized campus for a junior college. Great campus. I actually really like it. Um, but when I started, I was taking a class. I remember taking a class in like a local church or something like that. So it was a while ago. Um, but finally, after my third child, I finished my AA, and um, I decided I need something now. I needed to get a job, um, but I knew I wanted to help people. So I decided to go to massage school. And after going to massage school, I really enjoyed it. And then I asked if I can teach, and they let me. So I was able to teach at the massage school, and it was great. I met some great people. I really enjoyed teaching, and I met some forever friends. Maybe one, one forever friend. Um, but it was great. It was a great experience. It opened up my mind and my world to healing with touch. And it's important. Healing with touch is important, and it's not so much that you're healing, but you're helping somebody heal themselves. Um, yeah, touch therapy is a great instrument. Like, if you haven't had a massage yet, get a massage. Um, they're great. Um, so as I was teaching, I had an epiphany that I needed to go back to school to get my degree in psychology. So I did. I went back to school, um, finished up my transfer. I think I had needed a couple classes to transferred over to CSUN, got, went to CSUN and got my bachelor's degree in 2 years, which was great. I was on track. And then I decided I wanted to get my master's degree. Um, so I started my bachelor's degree I got my bachelor's degree when I was 36. And I was going through a divorce at the time. And I got into the master's program, and at the time that I was going through graduate school, I had one kid in elementary, one kid in middle school, and one kid in high school, and me in college. So that was definitely um, a challenge, big challenge. Um, During grad school, and it was my first semester, maybe my second semester of grad school, I messed up. I ended up on probation and basically remained on probation till I graduated. So, to say that I fought hard for my degree is an understatement. I, as a single mom, thank goodness I had my family. I was living with my family at the time, but it was tough. It was tough, and not only that, I was, going into my second year of my master's degree. I was 38 years old, and the rest of my cohort was, in their 20s and going and heading in the direction to become a doctor. And though I would have loved to become a doctor, I just didn't think that it was in my future. It was a struggle enough for me to get through this master's program. So to even consider a PhD program or a PsyD program was just out of the question. Um, Doing the classes for one thing, and who would even accept me? I mean, I was on probation. My GPA was not that great. Um, but, it was something that I really wanted to do. I really wanted to do therapy. I had been through so much in my life. Like, this therapy was where I really wanted to be, to help people. Um, but, being in the master's program at 38, it was difficult for me to comprehend certain things. I couldn't keep up. I couldn't keep up with everybody else. Um, and, not to say that the master's degree was super difficult, but for me, it just was even harder um, to grasp. I mean, I remember this one text that we had. It wasn't a text, it was a book. And I can't even remember who it was by, but I would read a chapter, forget a chapter, I would read a page, and then I would think to myself, what the heck did I just read? But we had to do a whole presentation on it. So it was just a lot. It was a lot for me. Um, but I kept going. I finally graduated, and after when I was during the last part of my graduation, um, I I was told that there was a counseling certificate that I can get licensed with, the LPCC here in California, license professional counseling certificate, I believe was what it is, or clinical counselor. Being that my master's degree was in clinical psychology, I figured, that's something that I could do. So, as my, the director of my program told me that this was something that I could do. So I was excited. I was excited that I didn't have to go for my doctorate and I was able to do therapy without having to get my doctorate in psychology. So that was my goal. My goal was to graduate and then go for this license. Um, I realized that I had to take a psychopharmacology class, which I took after I graduated. Um, Great class. It was a kind of a short class, two credits, I think. Um, talking about different kinds of medications for mental health, mental illness. And after I did that, I was like, okay, great. Like I'm ready. I can apply for my license um and so I read that there's a couple more classes that needed to be taken. So I thought, okay, let me look into this. And had to take an extra course and I had to take some extra classes. So I thought that, CEUs would be acceptable. So I looked to see which programs were um, supported by the behavioral sciences, which is where you get your license for being a psychologist, and um, for this LPCC as well. So I did. I took these classes. I took a bunch of classes, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. Um, I turned in all my paperwork, and then my application was denied. So I called and I'm like, hey, like what is going on? I thought that, here's a master's degree in clinical psychology. And I took, this psychopharmacology class and I took all these other classes. Um, you know, what is going on? Like I paid the fee, I paid the fee to the non-refundable fee, by the way, to, get started so I can start getting an internship and stuff. And they told me that my degree doesn't qualify. So I thought, well, what do I need to do? Like I asked, what do I need to do to what do I need to take to get the courses that I need to qualify for this certificate? And what they told me was that I needed to get another degree. So, mind you, I'm in my 40s now, or 39, right? Actually, I was in my 40s because this was after I had already got my degree. I got my degree when I was 39. And with, 3 kids, and they tell me that I need to get another degree. I mean, come on. So I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken. I felt defeated. I felt like I was, not going to be the therapist that I've always wanted to be. Like since I was 10 years old, I remember my dad introducing me to people, like tell them what you want to be, tell them what you want to be, and I'd be a photographer and a psychologist. Um, that's what I wanted to do. My artsy side and my caring for people side. That's what I wanted to do in life. And to be told that all this time that I spent in school, getting myself through school, having been on probation, but still getting by, my degree did not qualify to be certified as a therapist. So I tried applying for an MFT program, and going through that MFT program, they said, okay, you need to have these certain prerequisites, but even though I had taken them already, they're already 10 years old, so I had to retake them. So here I am, 40 something, went back to Mission College, took 2 courses in psychology, struggled with those two. My dad passed away during that time, and it was a struggle to take these classes, but I did it. Um, and then I got onto the waiting list for the MFT program, which is okay. People drop out. There's a chance for me, but I didn't make it. They never called me, and here I am, um, jobless, and really no hope in sight to ever become a therapist. Um, as far as the behavioral board of behavioral sciences is letting me. Well, they won't. I heard there's other places in different states that you can get certified or licensed with a master's in clinical psychology. Um, so I've done a little bit of research on that, and so far I have not come up with anything. Um, but you know, I'm going to keep looking. If any of you have any resources, leads, or anything, I would love for any kind of feedback that you can give me. And because I think I've been through enough myself, and I'm still here. Um, I think that I could help people with their issues. You know, so like I feel like if I were to be given a case study and answer questions on how I would do support for them, I think I would do really great. Um, you ask me what the name of a person or research study of anything scientific, like, or has to do with psychology, I probably wouldn't be able to give you the name. Um, but I can do support. I can do therapy, and I think I would be a great therapist. And for now, if you have any questions, if you need someone to talk to, you want to text me or talk on the phone, um, give me a call, send me an email, leave a comment. I'm more than happy to help anybody who needs help, anybody who wants help. I'm here for that. And what are your thoughts about licensing and schooling and about who can conduct your therapy? What do you want from them? What do you think that should be required from them to do therapy? Do you think only psychologists should be able to do therapy? Because we have many master's degree level people who are doing therapy. We have licensed clinical social workers, we have associate social workers, we have marriage and family therapists. All those don't have a doctorate degree. The only doctors are PsyD and psychologists, and everything beyond that, or before that, is master's level. That's what I have. I am a master's level in clinical psychology. Okay, I have experience working with the elderly. I have experience working as a social worker. um, I have experience. I've experience with life, and I am not able to get paid to do therapy as a licensed counselor. I can get into life coaching. Um, I can give advice, and I can do all that, but I can't charge your insurance for it.
Did you know that drug counselors don't need to have a degree? Um, but yet I have a master's degree and I cannot be a counselor. I mean, yeah, I can be, but I have to go through a whole new program, get certified. I can't just do it with having a master's degree in psychology. So, what I want to do, what I want to tell you, this is what I'm going to leave you with, okay? If you're going through school to become a therapist or anything in reality, but for right now, I'm just talking about therapy. Go to the person that you would like to be when you grow up and ask them how they got to where they are. Get a mentor. Go to a counselor and ask questions. Ask so many questions that you know exactly what you need to do to get to where you want to be. If you want to be a counselor, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a psychologist is a doctor, okay? In order to be a psychologist, you need to get a PhD or a PsyD. You can be a counselor. You just need to make sure that you're getting the right degree. So learn from my mistakes and make sure you get counseling on what you want to do. Get a mentor, ask questions.
Let me know what you think. If you also need to reach out for just someone to talk to, I am here. And that is another part of my bitter side. Bitter chick out.